Good afternoon. Thank you.
Thank you for having us. Please. I may mic you up.
Certainly Ukraine is the biggest one and the most acute one as we speak.
More than 6 million Ukrainian refugees leave. 4 million, I think, approximately ended up in Europe. But we don't see fences being put up. We don't see borders being closed down. We don't see the alarm and a lot of the things we saw in 2015 and 2016 when 1 million refugees, mainly Syrians, came into Europe. What is different this time?
There is a huge contrast. We have seen situations in the past few years in which ministers, heads of government in Europe spent hours, days negotiating who should take 100 people floating on a boat in the Mediterranean. And then, contrary to that, millions embraced, accepted, allowed to have access to services in a very effective manner. So I'm not naive. I understand the complexity of the flows of people arriving in Europe. I understand also the politics that surround all of these situations. I would be really naive if I didn't understand all this. However, my position is simple. If that's possible for such a large number of people, and since that has proven so effective, why not use some of these approaches also for other people that are coming to knock at Europe's door? Documents or resources. So it's a minority. For them, it's easier to move on. Look, certain declarations that I have heard from some politicians saying the Ukrainians are real refugees, well, that's correct, they are real refugees, and the others are not real refugees. That's racist, full stop. Now, of course, this doesn't mean that governments have racist policies, but these declarations are racist, create a racist environment, and make it more difficult for governments to find equitable solutions, even if they want it, for other populations. Discussions and legislative work being done to grant or to naturalize or grant citizenship. Why is it that always, when there is an election, the debate around the refugee migration issue becomes very, very heated, and this very often this is the context in which we see these discriminatory comments being made, because unfortunately some politicians exploit that in order to gain votes for their election. This is despicable, and this needs to be condemned. I would like also to stress, whilst this is for sure the biggest and most dynamic refugee crisis, it is not the only one. The big problem that we have at the moment is that it tends to marginalize all other crises in which people suffer also in the same way, because fighting, conflict, war, violence, bad governance force them to flee their homes. Obliged, together with my colleagues in UNICEF, WFP, and other agencies, to knock at the door of donors and ask for more resources.
Thank you very much, High Commissioner.
Are they online?